At number 6, it's the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, Kalen DeBoer decided to hire Kane Womack a year ago, and it took a little bit of time. Now, there was obviously a significant transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer in many ways, but their philosophy defensively changed quite a bit. And if you think about what Kane Womack had been for a very long time, yes, they want to run man, but yes, they also want to utilize a lot of vision principles, which is a fancy way of saying zone principles. And that took a little time. And as a result, there in the first month and a half of the season, there were some growing pains for Kane Womack and his personnel. But I love the way the team started to round into shape as the season went along. Remember, they were extremely young on defense last year as well. They at times had as many as 4 freshmen on the field at any one given time. Those guys are all back. Those guys are all now sophomores. And those guys are all in a position to, I think, take a significant step here. They have a lot of returning talent. They have a bunch of contributors off last year's teams that decided to come back and should be able to anchor. Up front, it really starts with LT Overton and Tim Keenan. Now, LT Overton, him deciding to return was massive. Now, Keenan's going to be that big body in the middle of the defense. He'll be able to go alongside James Smith. Those two guys kind of in the interior are massive. But the big question for Alabama's defense is, where is the pass rush going to come from? Well, LT Overton can help deliver that, but Quay Russaw, he's the guy that I think has a chance to take over the game. Look, he was a little bit banged up at times last year, got a little banged up in the Wisconsin game, but there were so many moments throughout the year in which you saw those flashes. Now, if he can put it all together in his redshirt sophomore year, he's got all SEC and all American potential for sure. You also have Kelby Collins, who transfers over from Florida, got a bunch of reps kind of on the interior, but he could be one of the top backups at a bunch of different spots and has some position versatility. Then you have a couple highly touted prospects that Alabama is very bullish on. Keon Keeley was a highly recruited prospect. He's now in his redshirt sophomore year. It might be the time for him to really take a leap and become a legitimate playmaker there on the edge of the defense. Really, the second level is where I think most people are really optimistic about what this group might look like. Deontay Lawson's back. It's his 5th year. He could have gone to the NFL. He opted to come back, did miss spring, but this is a guy that was playing high-level football throughout all of last year. Did have some moments, a la the Vanderbilt game, in which him and Jahad Campbell, his running mate, they were maybe a little bit out of position from time to time. I think that was just becoming more and more comfortable with the scheme change from where they ran previously to what they ran last year. Justin Jefferson's got a ton of juice and a ton of athleticism. Then you also have a few guys in the back end that I am really optimistic about. Damani Jackson and Xavier Brown, they're one of the best cornerback tandems in the country. And then Keon Sabb at safety, he was outstanding in the time that he was out there. He played most of the year with a hurt foot, so we never really got to see him at his very best. But now coming back, being fully healthy to pair with Bray Hubbard, that could be one of the best safety tandems in the entire country as well. They also have a bunch of other guys like Cameron Calhoun, Zay Mincy, a bunch of guys that are hoping to be back to provide adequate depth at several positions on the defense. They are S&P Plus's 5th in returning production, so this should be a group that takes a significant step forward. Just think just how much more comfortable this Alabama group will be from top to bottom under Kane Womack for the second year. Ton of elite talent, a ton of guys that played last year that got their feet wet. Now they're poised to take a huge leap. This could be one of the best groups in the country by season's end, assuming those young players can continue to develop the way they were developing throughout last season.